Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about everything that you need to know about your sick quail, the signs that you should never ignore, and how to protect your flock. We're going to offer a quick health check guide in order to help you navigate your way through quail raising. And partially, this is inspired by my own experience, since I've dealt with a couple of times where the quail has gone sick. Unfortunately, there are times when we were able to save it. Other times, it was pretty much too late, and that was a very painful experience for myself as well as the family and the children. So I'm just going to share with you a couple of things that I know, as well as a couple of important red flags that you need to know. So if your quail seems to be a little off, if they're sitting still, if their feathers are puffed, if they're not eating, please don't ignore it. So I learned the hard way that quail hides illnesses until it's almost too late in most cases, unfortunately. And sometimes what seems like a bad day is actually a sign of something serious. So what we're going to do in this video, I will show you the top warning signs that your quail might be sick, what they really mean, and when you should take action immediately. So before we get started, if you're new here to the channel, welcome. I'm Nora, and I share with you my gardening journey as well as quail raising and chicken keeping as well. So if that's interest to you, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon in order to be informed on all our new content. So why do quails hide illnesses? So quails are prey animals. In the wild, showing weakness makes them a target. So this is why they'll often mask symptoms until they are severely ill. So if you see signs that your bird may have already been sick for days, the earlier you're able to catch it, the better the chances they have to recover. So what are the most important red flags of a sick quail? I'm going to share with you 8 red flags that I want you to go ahead and watch closely for these. Number 1 is lethargy. So it's sitting in a corner, not moving with the flock. And usually quails are very active. They tend to move around, jump around. They're always on the move. So if you see your quail being tired, just sitting in the corner, putting themselves away from everyone else, they might be sick. Sign number 2 is fluffed or ruffled feathers. So trying to retain body heat. And number 3 is loss of appetite, so ignoring all food and water that you give it. Number 4 is labored or open mouth breathing. This could really indicate respiratory infection. Number 5 is poopy vent or diarrhea, which can indicate possible coccidiosis or a bacterial infection, or even poor diet. And lastly, number 6 is weight loss. So you can feel the knee bone becoming more prominent. Number 7 is droopy wings or tails, which is indicating the lack of strength. And lastly, number 8, sudden aggression or even isolation. Isolation is more common than sudden aggression, but in specific types of quail bird, there is sudden aggression being one of the red flags to watch out for sick quails. So usually sick birds often get picked on as well. And I want you to go ahead and observe your birds every morning and every evening. One slow bird in a corner is all it takes to alert you. And unfortunately, there are specific diseases and specific illnesses that if you do not catch early, they will transfer to the rest of the flock as well. So once you have suspected the illness, what should you do? Here's what I want you to do immediately. Immediately isolate the bird, just in order to prevent a spread and in order to give them the attention and the time that they need to get, better. Also offer clean water and electrolytes, add in probiotics to the feed, and also check the drippings for blood, for worms, or for any unusual color, and clean the coop thoroughly. If the symptoms do not improve in about 24 to 48 hours, you can contact a vet that's experienced in poultry or exotic birds as well. And, it's quite sad when you see a quail going through this, and hopefully, whatever the quail has is not transferable to the rest of the flock, so you can be able to save whatever flock you have remaining. So what are the common causes of illnesses in quail? Now that we know what are the red flags and what to do, let's talk about the common causes, starting with number 1, poor ventilation. When there's poor ventilation, it results in respiratory infections as well. There is dirty bedding. This results in issues like mites or doses. If it's there's problems with moldy feed or wet grain, this can expose them to toxic exposure as well. If they have overcrowding, this can lead to issues with stress and feather picking, and if there is sudden weather changes, it can lead them to have heat stroke or cold shock. So prevention is your number one defense. Keep enclosure always clean, dry, and stress free. So let's talk a little bit about my personal experience. I lost my first quail because I didn't know what I was looking for, and she was sitting quietly in the corner. I thought she was just tired by the time that I acted. Unfortunately, it was way too late. So since then, I've saved several birds just by catching symptoms early, separating them, giving them the support that I need. Recently, I've got a quail that's sick currently as I'm doing this video right now, and 2 days ago I did a video on that. If you want to check it out, linked in the description box below. I ended up giving them some apple cider vinegar in their drinking water, as well as adding eggshells to their crushed eggshells to their feed, isolating them, putting them in a separate cage as well, and just keeping an eye on them for the next 24 to 48 hours. And I will also post an update for you, so make sure you subscribe. So if you care for a quail, you're the first line of the defense that they have. I want you to go ahead and watch for signs, act quickly, and you will save their life. Have you ever had a sick quail? What do you do in this case? So share the experience in the comments below. It might even help someone else save their quail. Like this video if it helped, subscribe, and tap the bell for more hands-on quail care tips. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. All the best.